Get to meet the one and only Dre and Fat Joe coming to the stage right now. So make some noise for him, man. There we go. Got the brother Fat Joe in the building. My man Dre one time in the spot. What's going on, brothers? What's going on? What's going on?
What up, what up, what up, what up?
Welcome back to the Bay Area, man.
Thank you. I feel like I'm always here. What's up, y'all?
Now, Fat Joe's back to let y'all know that he's never stopped, and he never stops. But he got a brand new album coming out. Now, you just had hit records, and you just put out an album. What makes you want to jump back in it so quick?
Man, why not, man? You know, this game is all about momentum. And it's so hard, believe it or not, with so much music, so much content coming out, that it's just so hard to, you know, get a spot in the game. So once you light up that fire, you got to keep throwing wood on the fire. You know what I'm saying? Keep adding to the fuel. So Dre's a working machine. I'm a working machine. We love to do it. We put out So Excited. It went top 5 in the country. And so we just said, let's keep going. And then we put this album together called Family Ties. It'll be out in spring, close to summer.
Now, Dre, when he's on the road, what you do? You just be sending them beats like, man, we got to get to work. Take this. You just email it to him. What do you do?
Yeah, when Joe's on the road, actually when we had So Excited doing its thing, you know what I'm saying, Joe was really doing a lot of the promotions by himself, but it was a good thing because I was at the studio and, you know, me and Cool cooked up a good 6 or 7 records in like 2 weeks. Once we seen that So Excited was doing its thing and we was getting so much love, like Joe would call me like, yo, man, they loving what we doing. We should do another one. So when he got back home to Miami, we had like 6 or 7 ready to go. It was like, yo, if we're gonna do another one, let's really do it. You know what I'm saying?
Now, if y'all getting familiar with Dre, he has a list of hits that you run through. Some of the hits that you've run through.
I mean, you know, Hate It or Love It for The Game and 50 Cent, New York for Ja Rule, the Rodeo for Juvenile, Brown Paper Bags, DJ Khaled, $100 Million.
Get It Poppin', #1 in America. You always forget that one.
Get It Poppin', #1. You know what I'm saying? For Joe Crack, all the way up. Of course, Don't Mind our artist Kent Jones. He got a new record now that's crazy called Merengue.
A little merengue with
y'all look out for that.
A little Mark Anthony.
Yeah,
that's
you
a
know,
joint.
She's on Fire for Lil Wayne. You know,
I got a super question though. This is a great one. What's a beat that he had that he gave away that you had to call him and be like, I know you didn't give that away?
Well, I never called him, but I was jealous that he gave Game Hate It or Love It.
Word.
Like, cause that came right out the but right now I monitor him now. No, for real. No. I used to be like, you know, hey, not no more. Yo, Jay, let me hear that batch.
Right.
Hold on. You gonna send it to who? Let me hear it first, Jay. Don't give him the wave. Don't give him our wave. And that's, you know, because I had some hits slip through my hands with these guys. I'm in the studio with them every day.
So you're on top of it. You're like, that's not getting away. That's mine.
No, but they got away. Some of them hits got away, you know, and I needed them.
Did you call him and be like, so, brothers, Dre, let's talk. What you say, Dre? What do you say to that? You know Joe coming.
And I love Joe, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, sometimes we got to feed the streets, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, Joe's always been good with us. I mean, what's crazy is when we did New York for Ja Rule, that was actually Joe's record. And, you know, he was kind of sleeping on the beat a little bit. And then we ended up
what happened was it was you know, Ja Rule and them, they saved my life with What's Love. You know, Irv produced it. Big Pun had just passed away. And everybody was doubting me. Everybody thought, because, you know, Pun was 100 million times better than me. So everybody thought it was over for me. So for them to give me a hit when they was at their prime and they was at their height, you know, Ja Rule was going through his beef or his problem, I always felt like I owed him. So when Dre played me to New York, I knew it was a hit. I knew it was a banger. So I wanted to help Ja Rule out. And that's how it ended up being beef for 50 Cent. Right. Because 50 Cent was like, man, this fat guy feeding them, man. Yeah. I got to stop the fat guy.
What made you want to share, though? Because you got a lot of records where you let features on, which you could have kept to the face. But you shared. What makes you want to share the wealth with them?
All the Way Up is one. Lean Back is one. You know, I always include my sister, you know what I'm saying, on Big Boys. You know what I mean? But that's just the way I am, man. I've never been a greedy person. You know what I'm saying? I just want enough for me, and I want my family to win. You know what I mean? I take pride when my sister's winning out there. I take pride when Kent Jones come from the camp and he's winning out there. I take pride when DJ Khaled's winning out there. Something as small as when I'm looking at Love and Hip Hop and my sister got a little TS chain on. I take pride in that. You know what I mean? I just feel like everybody come through our path, through our family tree is winning. And that's what it's all about for me. I'm all right. As long as I get mine and I'm working, I'm making my own money, I'm happy for everybody.
How do you feel that because you don't brag about it a lot, you quietly have the best run in hip-hop? The longest run and the best run. Quietly. You don't brag about it. You just do it. You keep continuously putting out hits. You don't think about that?
Yo, Vaughn, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm ready to brag soon. After this album, and we drop these 3 number ones, it's the moment I've been waiting for.
You're going to start bragging. Get on top of it. Talking your shit.
ItOnThem.coms. Boy, I can't wait. Yo, Ghazi Empire. Shout out to Empire Records. Ghazi saved my life. You know, I called up Ghazi. Ghazi worked the, Nori introduced me to Ghazi. And Ghazi worked my Chris Brown, Another Round record, right? That's how we met each other. And I called up Ghazi out of nowhere. And I was like, yo, guys, I got this record. It's me and Remy, but you don't understand. But he was like, yo, man, I ain't even got to hear it. If you telling me it's the record, let's go. Let's do it. And the record was all the way up. And thank God, guys believed in me. And here we are with this new second win, man. This is a whole second win. We dropped like 4 top 5 records in America in a row. So, you know, we excited about it.
I like the way you're crafting the sound, putting it together. Even though you super gangster, it's always an edge on it that the ladies come to the dance floor. Whose idea? I think it's Dre's.
Well, Dre like the lady.
Hey, you can talk about that video y'all put out there. We're going to talk about that next. Have y'all seen the brand new video about Fat Joe and Dre over here? Y'all ain't seen it? Pick it up?
Porn. It's called Pick It Up. Y'all better go to YouTube and watch that.
Don't watch it with your wife. You're going to get in a lot of trouble. With that.
You got to watch that.
You watch it with your... Yo, let me tell you something. Envy, DJ Envy, he said he watched the video. He said he was with his wife. You know his wife loved Fat Joe, right? He said he turned on the video with his wife. It was like a minute in. Mom, why is Fat Joe doing stuff like this? We got to turn this off, man. Joe's an asshole. Why is he doing stuff like this, man? Why are you doing videos like this? He said, man, you got me in trouble, man. My wife about to beat me up, man.
Dre, we blaming you because word has it you was the one.
I'm from Miami, man, so, you know, strip club culture, that's something I just grew up on, whether, you know what I'm saying, as a kid, like, it's just something we had to do for the record because we was talking crazy. But, you know, for the fellas in here, y'all got to go watch that. Even for the girls,
we banned from TV.
It's banned. They banned us.
It's
The
old
BT
school.
ain't playing this.
Nah, if they brought back Uncut, they would play this 4 times back to back. It's the new school tip drill all day.
Absolutely.
Definitely that.
Absolutely.
And then you see Dre just running wild through the video the whole time.
No, I'm having a blast. I'm having a blast.
I'm trying to be as decent
blast.
as possible.
You have to sit
the
real
video.
still. Too much cheeks come flying down and stuff.
I said, whatever you do. Some girl had an ass in my face, like close enough. I said, get that out of there, boy. My wife Columbia just stabbed me to death. Y'all gotta stop.
That's why Joe was sitting real still and hard in the video. Like the ass cheek just shakes over here. He's like, I'm not looking. Hurry up and get the scene over so we can get done. Now, word has it, I've been seeing on the YouTube, you know, I'm trying to keep a job and you trying to slide into my side. What's going on? What you doing?
Come on, don't do
Joe
that.
has a brand new show now that he's out there.
It's called Coca Vision on Tidal.
What made you want to get on?
You know, I like, can I curse on this or not?
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, I like talking shit.
Yeah.
So, everybody knows I like talking shit. So they, you know, we was like, yo, let's do a podcast. And I just invite my friends over. And I feel like we could talk about some shit nobody else could talk about. Like I did one with Swiss where we was talking about Alicia Keys for 20 minutes straight. I never seen him do comment on his wife in an interview. And we talking in detail. We talking about the kids. We talking about everything. I just released one with Common where we talking about gentrification and what's going on in Chicago and why the gangs is running crazy and about Obama, about Trump. If we just talking about real shit, in life, you know. I got one with my boy Pretty Lou. He's like the hottest club host in New York, but he's fighting cancer. So we talking about healthcare. We talking about cancer. We talking about the struggle. We talking about inspiration. You know, I interviewed the kid Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Word.
Interesting interview. Interesting.
And what did you talk about with him?
I was trying to school him like nobody schooled me. You know what I mean? Me being an OG. So I was just trying to tell him different, which it meant nothing because he's still wilding for the night.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was just trying to, I feel like me being in the game so long, I see where that's going and I know where it's going to go. So it's my obligation to tell a young brother like, yo, look, man, didn't you want to be famous and make money? You making money and you famous. Don't get killed while doing it. Like, you don't have to do that. So I try to tell him how so many ways I fucked up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I told him one time, I got to speed it real quick, but you know, I used to be with 100 guys, right? And it's the terror squad, and you know what it is. We walking around like whatever. So one day a guy from Chicago works in an advertising agency. He came to New York on behalf of Lucky Stripes, the Jamaican beer or whatever it is. They wanted to pay me $2 million to be their spokesman, right? So he came to New York. When he came to New York, they were like, yo, you know Fat Joe a gangster. Them boys, they unapproachable. You can't talk to them. They on it, right? So he said he went to the club that night, and he saw me sitting in the back. It was 100 guys there. He walked past 10 guys, and when he got by the 11th, they was like, boom, yo, you can't talk to the Don. And he said he was looking right at me, but he couldn't get to me to give me $2 million. Like, he was looking at me like, Jesus, man, yo, I'm trying to get this guy $2 million. He couldn't give me the money. So he left. So 10, 15 years later, I meet him in Miami. I'm wearing linen. You know, we're having wine. You know, I'm a mature guy now. Right. And he tells me this story. And I was like, damn, you had 2 M's? He was like, I promise you. So I told the Tekashi kid that story to let him know that when you got 100 guys with you, somebody might want to do business with you or spend some money with you, but they feel like you unapproachable. You on something. So you losing money, you unapproachable, you losing money by doing all that. We seen that a million times, man.
Yeah. But how does it feel to be the Don, to be the great? And I've witnessed you on Don Power. I've seen it, like firsthand. I went to New York City, Jimmy's Bronx Cafe. Me and my friend My Emotion, we sitting there. Joe came up and said, hey, y'all ain't got no food? Well, I was waiting for it. He goes, you want lobster? Went to another table. Put it on there. You want champagne? Yo, come here. Have you met LL Cool J? LL, come here. Yo, I was like, how does that feel to have that much?
It feels humble.
Humble?
Yeah, I feel humbled, man. It's, you know, I got great relationships, man. I don't know what to tell you. The point of the whole story was, you my brother, you come all the way from San Francisco to New York, and I had to make sure you had a great time.
Yeah.
And that you had a great experience.
Incredible.
And it was great enough that you tell me this story all the time.
Oh,
so that's
it's
all
my
that
favorite
matters.
story.
When I'm in the Bay Area, I feel like I'm with my brother Vaughn. I feel like I'm good. You got to feel the same way. You got to feel like you at home.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise Fat Joe fronting. Let me tell you something. Anybody that ever said they gangster or they real or whatever their case may be, and you went to visit them in their hood, and you feeling funny, and they like, word, you ain't really good here, they ain't gangster, and they don't run the hood. Be clear on that one. So that's the way it is, man.
Now, how you feel about the rap game always? Like we said earlier, it's like WWF. Do you still enjoy it still, or you just take it as just music now?
Spike Lee saved my life. So Spike Lee put me on She's Gotta Have It. I play a character called Woody Win from Best Shot. You know what I'm saying? And because I did, I think, a good job on there, Kevin Hart's people, Will Packer, called me up, and I started a new movie with Kevin Hart and Tiffany Haddish. It's called Night School. So I'm trying to make this transition before I get shot or go to jail and become a rapper turned actor.
Right.
Yeah, man. You know, I mean, what could I tell you, man?
You been practicing?
It's a different environment. I've been practicing. It's a different environment. Every era had people getting high, But it hurts my heart when I see these kids and they got so much potential, and I meet the #1 new rapper coming up, and when I see their eyes, they just rolling back and they look like drug addicts. You know what I'm saying? And it hurts me when I see that because there's so much potential. And then we trying so hard, right? The dream is, let me explain something to you. The dream is, we all dream for a better life. We all dream to get in a better situation. Most of us, we all came from the hood. We all had problems, we all was broke, and we all dreamed about telling our story and getting to a level where we could take care of our families. So I don't think you get blessed with God bless you and you get to a level to where you go to walk backwards and mess your life up, and now you really on candid camera. So now it ain't just like, you know, Robert Jenkins got in trouble. No, it's Robert Jenkins, the superstar rapper, so we're gonna give you 45 years for something we would have gave you 3 years for. You know, it's crazy out there, man. So it's crazy out here, man, and they gotta be careful, man, because, you know, everybody's not happy for your success.
We're going to keep it positive, man. Make it happen, because this new album is coming. When you going to drop it on the people, man?
Well, we're going to drop it like 2 weeks before summer.
Okay.
So we trying to drop it late spring, 2 weeks before summer, because we want everybody bumping this album in their car in the summer, or bumping it in your crib or in your picnic, your barbecue. Yeah. You know, you heard some of the music behind the scenes.
Incredible. Trying to get people back on the dance floor this year. That's what we're doing. We're going to get them back on the dance floor.
That's what we doing, man. So Drake came up with this, he coined this phrase called modern nostalgia, to where we took a bunch of 90s samples, just like we took the Tupac and we took the Don't Look Any Further for the So Excited. So the whole album is based on flipping 90s samples, but make it so that the youth could vibe with it. You know what I'm saying? And make it hot so where the youth is going. And I think we did a great job with it.
You're doing it because you got Dre on the boards. You know he's coming through with everything. Dre, what's the sound you tried that you really want to experiment with that just didn't work out? You said, hey, man, this is going to be it. And they were like...
I'll be real with you. I can remember working with Lil Wayne on an album called Rebirth, and Joe can remember the times because, you know, I was like super drowning in the music. Yeah, so
you made a rock beat?
Yeah, the whole album, you know, it was an idea. I saw Wayne on Saturday Night Live performing If You Got Money for Carter 3, right when Carter 3 came out, and he had a live band with him and he was rocking out, and I just was watching. I was like, man, if he had like rock music for real, he would be one of the illest frontmen of a rock band. But you know our style. So, you know, I ran the idea by him. He was like, yo, I love it, let's go. So, you know, we worked on the album. We put out a dope record, She's on Fire, and another record, Da Da Da. But, you know, like the critics destroyed us. Like, you know, Rolling Stone, everybody destroyed us. But now, you know, in 2018, you know, all the magazines are saying that that album is his most influential album, because all the kids now, that's what they listen to. Like, you know, I love Carter 3, but like a lot of the 18, 19-year-old kids, especially all the SoundCloud rappers in Florida and all that, they love that Rebirth album, you know what I'm saying? And they all rocking out and they doing the million tattoos on their faces. The
you know, sometimes you turn around. You know, I always say Fat Joe's career, I'm like Big Papi Ortiz from Boston, the baseball player. When Big Papi come up, you scared as hell. Other rappers looking at me scared as hell because they know Big Papi hit grand slams every time he bat up. So he either gonna hit it out the park or he gonna strike out and fall in his face and walk back in the dugout. That's what we try to do. We try to hit him out the park every time. And if we don't, we get back up and we go back at it. We let nobody talk us out of our dreams.
Nope.
You know, they never let them hex us. We just keep it moving.
Who's somebody that's kind of cooled off, that you have a sound waiting in the computer that could bring them all the way back? I know you sit around and you watch, or you think to yourself, if I can just tell this person, like, this one right here will put you back on the top.
Man, it's crazy that you said that, because me and Cool was having a conversation the other day about making music for somebody. You know what? And I don't want to say cool off, because I don't want to say cool off, but I would love to make a record with Ashanti. I feel like I see what she's doing right now, and everybody's still loving what she's doing, and she's still you know, she's still a young chick in the game because she was super young when she first came out.
I would love to make a song. I would love to make music for Ashanti too.
Yeah,
Y'all
that'd
gotta
be
hit
crazy.
together. You could bring that back, part 2.
Yeah, you know, I never asked her nothing like that because I know I don't want to offend nobody by, you know, working with Ashanti and then, you know, because she got her crew and all that. But Ashanti's definitely one hit away from being on top. That's a fact.
She's definitely waking the gram up every day. Yeah, like, yeah, he's like, yeah, nah, for
I
a
seen
fact.
that you liked the picture.
Nah,
I
for a
saw that.
fact. You know what I mean? So yeah, Ashanti would be one for sure. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely.
We got Fat Joe. Got Dre in the building. The album is coming. The singles is incredible. We wish y'all the best, man. Before we ride, what you want to tell all the people and things?
Man, look out for that. Pick it up. Go see it on YouTube. Single is crazy. The album is crazy. Just before some of the albums gonna come out, it's called Family Ties. Dre, what you want to say, Playboy?
I mean, you know, it's real. I'm gonna be inspirational for. I'm trying usually all the time, but live your dreams out, man. You know, I was a little kid when my pops put me on the Fat Joe. I'm just gonna be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? I think I was listening to Jodeci. And he was like, you listening to that? You need to listen to Flo Joe. You need to listen to Fat Joe. You got to Flo Joe. You know what I'm saying? And
God bless Pop.
yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like this relationship is super trill because, you know, my pops put me on to him. And this is a guy that's been rapping since the 90s. You know what I'm saying? And we in 2017. 2018, my bad. You know what I'm saying? Too much, you know what I mean? So,
Take a year, man. We need to add that year on there, man. Give it to him.
You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is...
Dispensary vision.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is... that's the name of my blog. No, so what I'm saying is, you know, follow your dreams, man. It's never too late. And if you put a lot of hard work, determination, keep a clean face, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. For real, for real. So that's it.
And lastly, if you're an up-and-coming rapper watching this and you want to somehow make it in the game, you should look at Fat Joe right now and says he's working as hard as the first day or to this day right now.
3 hours sleep, Vaughn. 3 hours sleep.
How many cities you hit today?
Today I hit 3 cities: Sacramento, Stockton, the Bay. Yesterday we did all of LA and Vegas. Yeah. We got stuck coming from Vegas. I never knew you get stuck. We came from Vegas to do you know this, Brian? Do you know the story? So remember, all right, so we did radio in Vegas at 12 noon.
Right.
It was finished. Our flight was going to leave at 5 o'clock to LA. Of course, I'm the dummy to make a bright idea to say, hey, let's just drive to LA. Right. We get on the highway, it's wall to wall like a parking lot. It took us 10 hours to get to LA because the highway's only 2 lanes. I mean, it was the most horrible drive you ever felt in your life.
What was worse, the drive or Brian's playlist?
Oh, man. You know about that?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
Well, I love Brian's playlist.
Oh, you're a nice
I'm an
guy.
R&B guy.
Okay.
I'm an R&B guy. He sticks you with the playlist too?
House music.
One, there's only one or two that's gonna be with you whenever.
The ride just getting longer and longer. I get like, you know.
He puts on another one. He says, I like Boys. I'm sleeping. Boys to Men. Oh, you know this one too, Joe? He's like the karaoke.
All day. All Saturday, he had me on house music. Follow me. And he got the dance to go
Faded.
with.
I think I'm faded.
Fat Joe, Dre's in the building, man. Album coming. Make sure you get the single. Make sure you're watching the video. If you haven't seen it, you've got to do it. Make sure your wife or girlfriend's away. And if your lady likes it, it's a lot going on right
It's a
there.
lot going on.
It's
You
going
super
down.
lit.
Give it up for Fat Joe and Dre one time, everybody. Brian's playlist still sucks. I'll go fuck.
Yo, Brian, let me tell you.
He got a tape deck in the car still.
Yo, Brian, you really have a CD? You be busting open the CDs. You are the first guy in like years I've seen bust open a CD.
He still got the case. The big
No,
joint.
he got the case and everything.
Yeah. He OG.
Yo, Brian, man. Come on, man. Let's get it.
Hey, you want to hear a good story,
We
guys?
want you with the youth.
This is a great story. 15 years ago, I said, Brian, you could do this a lot easier if you just figure out how to take these records and put it in the email thing and send it to people. That should have never happened. Never. I'm gonna send these packages like this out there. Mail, you'll never beat mail. Mail is here forever. He was not listening to me. He was, mad too. What?
I just bought a CDJ, so I was like, never.
Yo, it's bad. iPod, for what? I got this Walkman.
Yo, Brian, his email, his airdrops, there's all kind of stuff.
Now he's up to par. He's still up to par now. He sends me stuff now, but then he'll do things like send like family pictures, but tag all the radio people and the rappers. Like we was at a party last night, but he'll do like the baseball game the next day. He'd be like Fat Joe Vaughn. I was like, well, I ain't supposed to see that. That was a party from last night, Brian.
Brian, what we're trying to say is we appreciate you, and you're a living legend in this game.
I love you,
Thank
Brian.
you so much, and shout out the whole Filipino community.
We'll get it together, make sure everybody get a picture of stuff. We're going to line up and make everybody go outside real quick. So thank y'all for coming out, man. Y'all been a wonderful crowd
Thank you
today,
so much,
man.
y'all. I
Been
appreciate
wonderful.
y'all.